Hi, good evening everyone. Today we will be starting with the first video of Salesforce flows. So you might be thinking, Trishu, you have already covered the flows. In the admin series, I think you have covered 5 to 10 videos. So I will be adding the link of my admin playlist as well. You can check that out as well. So why you want to start a flow series again? So the point is, we haven't covered the flow in the mass detail version. So if I'm talking about mass detail version, I'm talking about where we will be building 150, 160 plus videos for the Salesforce flow only. So I have covered the mass series for the Apex trigger. If you want to check, I will be adding the link in the pin comment. You can check that out. But for now, let's start building our flows. So this is the flow class. So let's start building a flow. So why there is a need for a flow? So let's take an example. We have a person who don't know anything about the Apex triggers, or he don't know anything about Apex or any language or programming language. Let's assume that he is just metric and he want to make a flow. So can he build that? Answer is yes. Without having a knowledge of the Apex or Java or anything, he can build a simple flow and he can do the automation based upon the business requirement. As Salesforce is going through the low code automation, now even Agentforce is there. But at the end of the day, if I talk about Salesforce future, it will be converting all the code to the low code automation where we will be using a flow. So in this series, we will be covering the videos in such a way where we will be just doing the videos like Apex Trigger, like we have covered 144 videos in the same, and covering 200 plus in the same in the coming year. And also happy new year to everyone. Plus we will be taking care for the try to automate all the triggers that we have built into the Salesforce flow. So let's start with the basic, and in this section we will be understanding how the Apex trigger can be changed into flow by taking a simple automation example where we will be taking an account example, and in at that account, if the industry is equal to agriculture, then we need to set the customer type is equal to customer direct. Also, we will be understanding what is flow and why it is used. So now you might be thinking, Trishul, if the person don't know flow, so what is a flow? Flow is a low code automation tool. Earlier, Salesforce was using workflow only, where we have only 4 operations. It doesn't provide for the before update or before update scenarios. So in there we have only 4 operations. First is field update, second is task creation, third is email alert, and fourth is outbound message. Then in 2018-19, there come the process builder with some limitation that we can only deal with the records on the after update scenario. So in trigger, if I talk, we have 2 type of scenario. One is before trigger, that is used for validation of records and updating before the DML is performed, and we have a after triggers which is performed after. So it is providing the support for the after, and they provide more support where you can call a process within process and further. So if I talk about Salesforce not only recommend on the workflow rules but also on the process builder, recommend flows but also on the simple Apex trigger. Let's take an example. You want to replace the simple Apex trigger using a flow. Can you do this? Answer is yes. If I talk about the history of the process builder workflow and process builder don't provide the before operations. But if I talk about flows, it provides the before operations as well. So you can go with the before operation as well and perform the operation that is simple task using the Apex, using the Salesforce flow. So let's start building our first scenario. So if I talk about the same scenario is simple. As soon as industry is set to agriculture, we need to set the customer type as customer direct, account type as a customer direct. Can we do it with trigger? Yes. Now we need to change it to a flow. So let's start with the flow screen. So I will be going on setup. This is a new playground, so it might take a time a bit, but I don't think it should take so much time because today is new year and I don't think that in the West more people are working on Salesforce. So let's go on to flows. So as soon as I click on flows here, I will be landing onto this screen. So we have 5 type of flows that we will be covering in the future sessions, but this is just an overview of a flow. that how we can automate our trigger. So we will not talk about all. So I don't want to make a traditional project or traditional session. So I just want to make it explore with the practical version. So I will be selecting a record trigger flow because we need to perform the automation. So this is somewhat the layout of a flow. You have two type of layout, one is auto layout and another is for freeform. So we will be going with the auto layout. So here we will be first selecting the object as we always do. If I talk about trigger, if I talk about process builder, if I talk about flow, the step is same. You need to select the object. So here we will be selecting the account, and here you have four conditions: when the record is created, when the record is updated, when the record is created or updated, and when the record is deleted. You are performing all the operation based upon it. So we will be going for the creation and update because we need to check for the insertion as well as updation as well. So as soon as I select third option, so here I need to give the condition. It is a simple automation, so I will be selecting all condition are met. And now what I need to do, if industry equal to agriculture, so I will be just giving the industry. So you will be selecting the industry equals, here we can select, you have multiple. Oh my bad, the camera has been popped up. So let's give it a shot for a minute. So now the camera is okay. So here you have multiple values, so I will be picking the first value only, that is agriculture. So let's select the agriculture as well. So once it is done, so you have once the record is updated and met the criteria, these are subsequently met the criteria. So we will not play around with this. Every time the record is updated and meet the condition should be selected here. So now I was talking about the before and the after. So here you have two options. One is a fast field update, another is a action and related record. So if as it is given here, highlighted here, before the record is saved, so you can select this out. If you want to select the after update scenarios, then action and related record should be selected. Since we are going for the before, so now you might be thinking, Trishu, now how we will be giving the action? So in an action, we have multiple steps that we will be covering in the 150 series. But for now, we will be just giving an assignment. Since we need to just give an action, so we will be selecting the assignment here. So these are the first step that you need to take care, and further you will be just selecting the assignment here. So as soon as you select the assignment, so here we will be giving the account field update, account type field update, and once it is done, after setting, you have multiple fields here. So I need to select the record that is currently covering. So here you have multiple options: account triggering record, prior value of a triggering record, that is old map and new map. So I will be picking the triggering account versus type. So I will be just searching for type. So here you don't have to write everything just like a trigger, nothing like that. Just you need to select the value and set the value. So you are just seeing that I'm just not playing around with the apex or anything. I know that in here you have loops, if else decision statement that we will be covering in the 150 series coming shortly, coming in this quarter. But for now, you just need to understand how this is working out. How we from the apex we will be using if else or just using trigger.new, trigger.old map. Everything is not utilized here, just you are using the point and click wizard, to be frank, point and click wizard. So here I will be selecting the customer direct. That's it for today. So yes, no, we will be testing it out. So let's save it. This is the automation that we are doing today. Short and simple. So we will be making flow 1 for updating type equals customer direct. So this is a flow name that I want to keep, and let's save this out. You can also debug this out if you want to test for some record that how it is working, but we will be activating this out and we will be testing it out how it is looking out. So as soon as we set it out, we will be making two operations. One is for update and second is for insert. So let's first, since it is activated, now you can go to the go out of this. So this is my new arc. So Let's close. I think two playground are available. So let's go here and let's click allow. And here I will be just going on to service because I just need to play around with the accounts and check how my flow is working. I will be clicking on the account tab, and we will be selecting all the accounts that are available here. Since this is a low code automation, so we don't have to worry more about automation, how it is working. So you now will be testing on the same criteria as you test for the Apex trigger as well. So we will be going on all accounts. We will be going on to Burlington. So it is already a customer direct. So let's first change its value from customer direct to none. I don't want to make a chaos that there should nothing happen here. So how you are making it? So let's change it from customer direct. Where is yeah, it is coming from customer direct. So let's change it to others. So as soon as we save it out, and after doing this, what we will be doing, we will be just changing the industry here. And let's check, instead of apparel, we will be just setting agriculture. So I know that this is a dummy record, but for testing, we will be doing it out. You are seeing the type is equal to other. So let's save this out. As soon as you make the changes as agriculture, the type has been again set to customer direct. This is the power of a low code automation. And further, if I go further, let's create a new account with the name Salesforce by Sasiva. And I know that I'm from teaching background, and this is why you are setting the industry equal to agriculture. So my great grandfather was taking care for agriculture. He was working on 14 hectares. We just sold that property. So that's why I'm setting my industry as agriculture in his name. So let's set Salesforce by Sachdeva, and let's set the type industry equal to agriculture. So as soon as we save this out, we will be checking the type has been set to none, and here you were seeing the type has been set to customer direct. So this complete our today video. If you like my content, please subscribe my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon for more such content. Have a nice day.